Danielle.
I'm Caitlin.
We're our time of the month.
And we are going to talk about some products that we think that are underrated.
Yes.
These are the underdogs of skincare and beauty
world.
Yeah, these are just things that I feel like not enough people are talking about, not enough people are using, nobody realizes how great they are.
So we want to educate you.
Yeah. We want to educate you. We just want to talk about it on the internet.
We just want to gush about the stuff we love.
A little bit of blah, blah, blah.
The last video we filmed was all about stuff we didn't love. And so now we just need to pick ourselves up.
We have to like bring it back to positive.
My tippy-tappiest thing is for my eyebrows. And that is the Essence Make Me Brow Eyebrow Gel Mascara. It has filling fibers. It is in the shade Brownie Brows, so it matches my eyebrows perfectly. If you are naturally brunette like my roots, this would be a good shade for you. They do have a few, one that's a little bit more taupey blonde, and then one I think even darker than this. It is an exact dupe for the Benefit Gimme Brow, except this is $3.99. Let me say that again, $3.99. I cannot tell you how many of these I've purchased. I love them if I'm having a no makeup day where I just want to kind of spoolie them into place and gently fill in the biggest gaps that I can find. I also love them like for days like today where I filled in my brows with our favorite brow pencil by Luxe, and then I just kind of very lightly go through and I will kind of scrape off the excess and go through and make sure that the hairs are kind of standing upright because I like a more fluffy brow. So I think if you're looking for a brow gel, specifically a tinted one with fibers that's just like the Benefit one, I cannot recommend this enough. I talk about it a lot. I used to talk about it a lot more, but just trust and believe it's still in my rotation. I still buy it. I still want everybody to know how great it is.
I have been wanting to get a brow product like that just to keep, because I like when I spoolie through my brows and I push them up.
That's
and they
what I'm
don't
saying.
stay that way, so I do want to get some either clear or blonde.
Yeah.
Probably clear for me because blonde is so hard to find. I just want something to make them fluffy.
That's exactly what I like. I like a fluffy brow, and I like that this is not crunchy. I used to use the Anastasia brow gel, and that shit was crunchy.
This is something I impulse purchased at the last Sephora sale. I had already picked out all of my shit, and then for some reason, we were overlooking at tanning stuff for you.
Sun care
And
stuff.
in the middle of the tanning stuff is Supergoop, which they have a really great sunscreen product, multiple really great sunscreen products, but they also had this
that has SPF in it?
SPF 30 Shimmershade by Supergoop. It's in the shade, I don't think it's in the shade Drug Facts. Drug Facts, the outer box. No, it's in the shade Sunset. It is this like kind of cool toned brown shimmer shade. It's kind of souffle-y when you, but then it warms up when you actually swatch it and put it on your lid. So it's not as like sort of a gray based brown and you thought.
Very natural.
Yeah, very natural. It's super blendable.
I've never seen an eyeshadow product with SPF in it.
Yes, which I thought was really funny.
Your eyelids will never get skin cancer.
Or sunburned.
Or sunburn.
Also,
could you imagine having a sunburned eyelid?
That would be awful. But also that means that you had to have fallen asleep
without glasses.
Without sunglasses on. Like you had to have just been like, I've never seen anybody get their eyelids
Me
sunburned.
either.
But it won't be me.
Never.
This is my beach makeup.
Do you apply it with your finger?
I apply it with my finger. I literally just droop and then pat, 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 pat. I sort of did this, like did like a wash all over my lid and then went back in and patted it sort of in the center of my lid so I could get more shimmer. And then I just took a regular old eyeshadow that's a slightly deeper color and hit my crease with it a little bit and used that same brush to just like blend it out so that there was no, because your finger is not exact.
No.
It's a hot mess when you put it on with your finger, so you just sort of got to work with it.
Yeah.
But I love how blendable it is. I love how with some cream products you feel like in your crease it's like sticky. It doesn't feel like that at all. It feels like I'm not wearing anything, which is nice. I haven't
it sets itself kind of thing.
Do you have a mirror? I'm super happy with this. It's very thin but buildable. And I just have never ever heard anybody talk about it. I had no idea this product existed, and then I impulse purchased it, and then it turns out I love it. I need to wear it more often actually, because I do think that this is the type of shimmer that I can get behind wearing like every day at work.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of shimmer products that I love so much, but it just seems like so much makeup for a daytime look.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Along the same lines, I think purchased on that same trip is the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize cream eyeshadow in the shade Bette, B-E-T-T-E. I love cream eyeshadows. I wear cream eyeshadow more than I wear powder eyeshadow, and I feel like people talk about Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks or her foundation or her Swish and Pop blush and the Film Star Bronze and Glow, but I never really hear anybody ever talk about her cream eyeshadows. I feel that way that Caitlin feels about her Supergoop about this. I cannot get enough of it. I've never worn an eyeshadow that is as easily blendable. Mine is darker though.
Did you swatch it next to mine?
I will. Yeah, mine's
Oh yeah,
more
yours
bronze.
is reddier.
Yeah.
I would also say yours is more pigmented.
Yes. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Supergoop.
What's yours called?
Bette. There are many colors in this range, and I love this so much that I would consider buying multiple. I would just be sure to like really put the lid on tight because cream shadows can dry and crack and then you just really can't use them anymore. I've never worn an eyeshadow that was as easy to blend as this. So Caitlin was saying that she uses a brush to blend out the edges. I find that with this one, I don't have to do that. My finger suffices, and I feel like that's really hard to find. Again, it sets itself. You have enough time to work with the product so that it doesn't like just where you place it, it's not there forever. You have, 30 seconds or a minute to like smoosh it around. But then after that, it does set, and I love that. And I like the sheen and the like the luminosity that it has. It doesn't have glitter in it, and I just think this shade in particular looks really good for blue eyes. So yeah, I love cream eyeshadow. If I could get rid of all my powders and just have all creams, I would do it.
Powders.
Powder.
I don't love cream eyeshadows because I don't find them as comfortable as just a regular old eyeshadow.
But like yours,
that formula,
I don't like. They feel the same.
Yeah.
I don't feel that on my eye at all. I love it so much.
Yeah. So apparently, if you pay more than $20, then they're good ones. This product I had never heard about before. I never heard about it before I received it as like a freebie in an order. It might have been Nordstrom, it might have been Ulta, but it is the Vichy one-step cleansing. I never can say this word.
It's either micellar, I hear people say, or micellar. I think it's micellar.
I'm going to call it micellar because that's easier. It is the one-step cleansing micellar solution. So everybody freaking loves the
Bioderma.
The Bioderma. There's another one. There's like a
Garnier.
That's the other one. Thanks. I will say I have yet to find this in the store.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can't find it. But it's only $14 for the full size. This is a mini. And I find myself reaching for this as much, if not slightly more, than my Clinique Take the Day Off. The Clinique Take the Day Off I've loved for years. I think it's a great product. It takes makeup off. But this one, I just soak 2 little cotton pads and press them onto my eyes and sort of let them sit for a second, and it starts to break down that mascara almost immediately. And I just think that that is worth it because I don't, like with the Take the Day Off, you have to rub and rub and rub and rub. And as gentle as I am, you're still pulling. So when you just put those cotton pads right on there and just I just sort of stand in my bathroom butt ass naked with these cotton pads on my eyes. If anyone ever wanted to like rob me or murder me, that is the moment to do it because I would be completely unsuspecting. So I do that, and then I let them, I don't know, I don't even count. It's just sort of like, wait. Okay, and then I start to go in like gentle small circles, and I just find it wipes away. And sometimes I find that Take the Day Off gets in my eye, and then it's got that kind of gel texture, and it's kind of goopy in your eye. This doesn't do that, which I really like.
Do you only use this for your eye makeup?
I end up just dragging it all over my face as like my first cleanse, and then I go in with
a cleanser.
Yeah, an actual cleanser.
This says that it's for sensitive skin and eyes, which is nice.
Yeah, I just like it so much. It's not soapy, it's not oily. It is really like a cleansing water. But yeah, so I will definitely repurchase it again. It's a nice alternative to when I don't want to do Take the Day Off.
My next item is a product from Beauty Pie, which I've talked about a few times. I'll leave a link below. It's essentially I don't want to say a subscription service because you don't have to spend your allotted amount every month, but you buy into it. So it's like $10 a month. You're able to buy up to $200 worth of products a month. And They're known for direct-to-consumer beauty products. So they have skincare, body care, hair care, and makeup. And it was started by the founder of Soap and Glory, Bliss. She started a bunch of companies. Her name is Marcia Kilgore, rather. And Beauty Pie is using the same labs that a lot of luxury brands like Bobbi Brown or Chanel or whomever, they're using the same labs that those brands are making or are using. But because it's sold online, you don't have to pay for marketing, you don't have to pay for shipping, you don't have to pay for
shelf space,
advertising of celebrities, shelf space, all that stuff. So it's a lot cheaper. And this lipstick is a direct dupe for a Bobbi Brown lipstick that I've tried before, and it is their Naked Pink lipstick. I think it's the Luxe Shine formula. It is essentially like a balm, but it's very opaque in color. They have a really great shade range. It's very emollient and hydrating, and it's one of those lipsticks that I can just throw it on without looking in a mirror, and I feel like I'm good to go.
Is it a dupe for one of my lipsticks?
Probably.
I bet, is it Sandwash Pink? No.
This packaging looks like Bobbi Brown. And I've tried a bunch of stuff from Beauty Pie, and I've really been happy with all of it. All of it? Have I?
I think so.
That's crazy.
Bavara was nice enough to send us a couple products from their range. They are CBD infused skincare, which I had never really looked into. I never really thought about it. I don't know necessarily if the CBD makes the difference, but I freaking love the Bavara moisturizer. It's just their standard moisturizer. It is, I mean, there's nothing about it that looks special. It is a
You are crushing it.
thin, creamy white moisturizer.
It feels great. It smells great.
It almost kind of smells soap. It just smells like soap to me.
Clean.
Kind of like Dawn dish soap.
Oh, I kind of do see. I do smell that.
But I don't hate that. And also, it's one of those scents that once it's spread out thinly all over your face, you don't smell it anymore.
Notice it.
But I was having a hard time because I have really. If I say I have really dry skin one more time, will y'all kill me?
If I say I have really sensitive skin.
I have really dry skin. So my thought, because I have really dry skin, is to go and then find the thickest fucking moisturizer I can find and slap it on my face. What I have learned is that is not good for me.
Pore clogging.
Bacon is good for me.
Bacon is good for me.
And so I was breaking out really hard because I was using this super thick Kiehl's. I think they called it a balm. Like, it's not even a liquid. It's like, anyway. So they sent us this right around that time, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna switch from doing these like heavy duty like oil silicone-y based balms, and I'm gonna switch and try and do this lighter one and see if that works better for me. Well, it has.
I'm so happy for you.
I cannot remember the last time I have used up so much of a moisturizer so quickly.
I agree.
I use it every day.
I'm so happy.
Yeah, so I'll switch up what I put on underneath. So I'll switch up like my serums and my essences and my toners and all that different stuff. But without a doubt, this is the moisturizer I am using.
Morning and night?
No, just nighttime.
Okay.
I think this would go great under makeup though.
I'm so happy.
Because it's so thin, it just immediately like sucks up. I never feel goopy.
Yeah.
And in the morning, I just wake up and I feel like a fresh face, like not at all greasy or oily. I would definitely, actually, I don't know how much it is, but I would purchase.
I think it's $60.
Ooh!
It's expensive.
Yeah, well, it behaves like an expensive moisturizer.
Yeah.
I will say, like in our last video, we were talking about some expensive products that are great products, but not for the money that they're charged. This is a damn good moisturizer. Oh, that hurts.
So they sent us 2 products. This moisturizer was one, and then an exfoliating cleanser was another. And I love the exfoliating cleanser, and I don't even like physical exfoliants, but the beads, or the granules, I guess, are the finest I've ever felt. And so I love that one, and she loves the moisturizer.
Yeah,
so we did a swap.
Yeah, we pair shared. So I have 2 of these, and she's gonna have 2 of the exfoliating cleansers. But yeah, really great. Just so surprised because we get contacted by a lot of skincare companies, and we are always very skeptical of these skincare companies, especially because you've never heard of them, you don't know where they're coming from. I don't remember what stood out about this one.
They sent us it seemed like a very personalized email, I remember, and when I went to their website, I was like, this is legit. They're in Texas. I liked their imagery. Their ingredients seemed good.
Yeah.
They're definitely considered like an indie brand. Oh, and I saw them on the Indie Beauty Expo website. Also.
Yeah, so they're sulfate-free, paraben-free, and phthalate-free. It helps protect our skin against free radical toxins and inflammation. Formulated with age-defying ingredients to soothe and preserve your skin of its youthful qualities.
We'll be young forever, honey.
Youthful.
Young forever.
Yeah, so big fan.
My next item is for my fingernails, and I love to paint my own nails at home. I usually do a gel manicure because I have the light and a kit, and I really enjoy that. But sometimes I like to switch up my nail color a little bit more frequently. So if I am using a non-gel nail polish, I'm only using one of two, and the one that I'm like reaching for 80% of the time is the Essie Gel Couture line. I love these so much. To me, the formula and the brush and everything about them is like 10 times better than a regular Essie, an Essie nail polish. So they come in this like little swirled bottle. The brush is shaped just like your nail bed, so it's round. It has a rounded tip and it's wider. I find that way more forgiving and easier to paint my nails with than just a standard brush. They come in loads of shades. I would say probably like 100 shades. I have lots of colors. I probably own upwards of 20 of them, but it is a formula that I just come to again and again and again. It's called Gel Couture, but you do not need a light to cure the formula, and it can be removed with just regular old nail polish, so don't let that worry you. And then I always top it with their suggested top coat, which is just called top coat. I have bought probably 3 or 4 of these. And again, great brush, great formula. It's quick drying, but not like a gel manicure where you get it done and then you can just go rummage around in your bag. I wouldn't recommend that, but it is quick drying. I use 2 to 3 very thin coats. 3 if I'm using like a more translucent white like this. 2 coats would be great for a berry shade like this. I can't rave about them enough. I've put them on a blog post like 4 years ago. I've been using them ever since they came out, and I just get excited every time they launch new shades for a season. This was the one I most recently picked up when Caitlin and I were together at the drugstore, and it's called Not What It Seems, SEAMS.
I have yet to try them.
I find that so shocking because I own so many, and I talk about how much I love. And this bottle I just think is so beautiful.
Yeah, for me it's because I own so many regular nail polishes, I don't want to go out and buy more.
You can use mine anytime you want.
I know.
But like this brush is so good.
I think I kind of want to try and do white today, although it's really not seasonably appropriate.
Why not? I did it a couple weeks ago.
Did you?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
So if you are looking for a drugstore manicure, I also tried an Olive and June because people were raving about that. I still think these are better. Just saying.
Just saying. In our last video, I talked at length about how unhappy I was with a certain Fenty product. I feel the direct opposite about this Fenty product. Actually, I have a couple Fenty products I really, really love, so I hated having to talk negatively about that one. But this one is the Fenty Pro Filt'r Hydrating Longwear Foundation. This was the second release. She originally came out with a matte foundation matte's not really my preferred finish for a foundation, so I didn't pick that up. But as soon as I saw that she was making one that was a little bit more moisturizing and with a more natural satin finish, I ran out and grabbed it. Actually, I didn't because my shade was sold out online for a really long time, and then finally I went in store and found it. Actually, I didn't because this is not my right shade. I miscolor matched myself, but I make it work. So for me, this one is just so wearable and natural looking. It's not completely opaque. No, what's that word? Full coverage. Thank you. It's not complete full coverage, which I prefer. I don't like to look like I have a full face of makeup on, even if I do. I want it to be a secret. And it is a really convenient packaging because it's like a soft side tube, but then it has this really great pump, and it can dispense really kind of precise amounts so that you never end up with too much foundation that you end up having to just wash down the drain, which I hate. Very happy with it. I have the shade 160, and if I remember correctly, this is slightly too dark for me.
Yeah, it does look dark.
Yeah, but I had a hard time figuring out what shade I wanted.
So go in store and swatch.
Yeah, go in store, because I also think they photograph weirdly, because I was like 100% positive what shade I was online. I was like, I'm a 130. I think I went in there thinking I was a 130. And then I got in there and I was like, oh, 130 is way too light. And then I somehow overcorrected and went to too dark.
So maybe you're like a 140, 150.
I will say this is like a yellow tone, and I tend to run more pink, but I don't hate that. It just works. It just goes on, especially if my skin is nice and moisturized. You can put it on just like moisturizer. You don't need a brush. You don't need a sponge. I personally like to use a beauty sponge to get it on there and get like a really nice finish. But if you're rushing and you just want a little bit of something to like blend your skin tone, but you know, you're just like running errands or something, I would highly recommend this.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's a great alternative for the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Tinted Gel.
Tinted Hydrating Gel Cream?
Yes, which we stopped loving because...
I tried it again and I liked it, but I'm just out of it now.
Yeah, but love this.
You could use a tube ringer on that.
I need to get one.
Yeah.
Because I'm running out of my cleanser, and I'm like trying to squeeze it all down.
Yeah. As Caitlin was saying, if she says, I have really dry skin one more time, you're going to probably kill her. If I talk about that rash I had a couple months ago one more time, you might kill me. When I was really going through it, I wanted a no fragrance but very hydrating, dermatologist recommended full body moisturizer. And the one that I kept coming back to is the Aveeno Skin Relief Overnight Cream. Intense moisture.
Intense!
It soothes itchy, very dry skin, and it's dermatologist therapeutic recommended. It has a triple oat complex. It is fragrance free. This formula, the Skin Relief Overnight Intense Moisture, is kind of hard to find. I had to go to a couple different stores. Usually it's just like the regular moisturizer, but this one just is a good workhorse. It's a good workhorse full body moisturizer that
You can put that shit on everything.
Yeah, it just does a really nice job. It doesn't leave me feeling greasy, but it does leave me feeling moisturized. I really like it on the areas like behind my arms or the back of my legs where sometimes I feel like I get that KP. I don't have it badly, but this kind of helps soothe that. I also was putting it on my chest religiously when I was really breaking out there. And you can see I'm almost finished with it. I really love it. It's at the drugstore. You can also find it on Amazon or like Target.com, stuff like that. I don't feel like people really talk about unscented moisturizers, but you can just make yourself smell good with your perfume, you know?
Right.
I would absolutely repurchase it. I really love it. So I'm glad to have that in my life.
Winter is nearly over, but Danielle and I both want to talk about Mitts. This is probably our silliest thing in the whole.
Yeah.
So this is
I don't even know if you can find these.
E-Body Spa Collection Exfoliating Body Mitt. It does not need to be this exact one, but we both have this one and we really enjoy it.
I do really love it because it has that thumb hole.
Yeah. So it's an exfoliating body mitt. It's pretty self-explanatory. I personally use a little bit of like a Dove creamy body wash. You could also just use bar soap. You could use some sort of fancy fucking shit.
Yep.
But I love to use this, especially in the summer when I'm using tanning product. It makes it so much easier to get a good quality fake at-home tan. I used to not really exfoliate that much when I was at home, and I would just try to put lotion on like my elbows and knees and stuff. Did not work nearly as well. I also just feel so clean, scrubbed and buffed and like shiny and new. I imagine it's how my car feels when I wash it, which is never. But it's that same feeling. Like I feel squeaky freaking clean, fresh as a baby. And then you get to like lather on moisture and tan, and
my favorite is to use this and then like I'll use it for tanning or removing old tan. It's really good for that. But I like to exfoliate and then just put on our the Body Shop oil. Oh my god.
Right. It just
adds
so good. It's kind of also, it makes your whole body feel like a freshly shaved leg.
Yeah.
That's how I compare it.
You almost have like a glow because you've wiped away that dull skin layer and your skin is like fresh and new.
I would say in addition to pairing it with the body oil, pair it with a fresh set of sheets.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Unless you're tanning, don't do that. That's a waste.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you exfoliate your whole body, apply that body oil, and then you just slide into your new sheets.
So good.
That to me is like, like
an orgasm.
Close enough.
Barely.
Close enough. It's as close to like a audible sigh that is also somehow extremely pleasurable. Freaking love it. 10 out of 10.
So in tandem, if you are exfoliating and then you do want to go in with a self-tanner, there are self-tanning mitts out there. They are not all the same. Some of them are $20.
Yes.
So this tanning mitt cost me $5 from Amazon, and it's the best tanning mitt that I've ever used in my entire life. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I think everybody needs this. First of all, why are they making tanning mitts that are white or cream colored? Because they're gonna be brown. They're gonna look like this. I have used this multiple times and just like rinsed it off and it looks brand new. I mean, it still smells like tanning.
Whatever.
But it's so soft. Feel how soft that is.
Yeah.
It's so soft. It blends my tan in really nicely. It doesn't really soak up a ton of the product, which I really like. So I don't feel like I'm wasting anything. I just want to buy this for everybody I know that self-tans because I've tried a bunch of different mitts. Like I've tried the Saint Tropez kind. I've tried like really cheap ones. And I like that this has a little elastic loop here that you can hang it if you do want to wash it a little bit and dry it. Super comfortable. I switch it from hand to hand. I don't know. I don't have anything bad to say about it. I love it so much.
Do you wear gloves on underneath this?
No, I don't.
So it doesn't bleed through, which I think is really important.
Yeah, because it's lined with like a shiny...
Plasticky something.
It's almost like styrofoam.
Oh,
so you don't have to worry about the tanning solution soaking through. I've used it with a tinted tanning lotion. I've also used it with clear tanning foam, and it's done a great job for both. I will forever repurchase. It's gonna go in a future Amazon favorites video, so just, you've got the heads up. You've got the green light to go ahead and get it now.
Okay, so that's it.
Yeah! We hope that you'll check out some of these products, some of these we feel that are underrated. What's on your mouth?
So I did cheat. For the last video, I wore a Marc Jacobs crayon in the shade Night Mauves, and then I wanted to switch it up, so I changed it, and I put on top the Buxom Vava Plump in the shade Taupe It Off.
I like that combo.
Thank you.
It's not as brown. Yeah. I am wearing, and again, this was gonna be in my underrated products video, so I just figured out a way to work it in. It's the Milani Keep It Full Nourishing Lip Plumper. I don't really think it does anything for lip plumping, but it's in the shade 08 Soft Rose. It's a very opaque, very creamy, glossy lip gloss, and it has a huge doe foot applicator, which I don't really mind so much. A lot does come out on the doe foot, so I feel like I'm scraping it off, but I think it's like $8 at the drugstore. They have several shades. I would buy more. I think that it's great. I don't really ever hear anybody talk about these. It's not sticky.
Yay!
Who wants a sticky lip gloss?
So go ahead and comment down below if you have something that you're absolutely freaking loving, and we should know about it, because listen, we're probably influenced more easily than anybody else in the world.
That's true.
And we'll get it, and we'll try it, and then we'll tell you about it.
Absolutely.
So in addition to comment, you can also like it,
thumbs it up,
subscribe it,
please subscribe,
turn on the notifications, ring the bell so that you get the first notification every time we post new content, which is on Wednesdays and Sundays.
Yes.
We also post our new podcast episodes on Tuesday mornings before any of y'all are probably awake.
So subscribe to our podcast too.
Subscribe to our podcast. You can find it on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora,
Deezer, TuneIn, Google Music.
There's another one we're missing with the W, I think. I can't remember. Anyway, anywhere that you would find a podcast, we are probably there. If we are not there for some reason, we are probably just waiting to get approved. But feel free to DM us if there's somewhere that you like to listen to. Stitcher.
Speaking of DMing, you can follow us on Instagram at Our Time of the Month, and and Twitter at OTM Broads,
and Facebook at Our Time of the Month. Watch
our last video.
Watch
our next video.
Watch
all the videos.
Thank you.
I liked that. Comment, like, and snakes.
Comment, like, and snakes. We appreciate it every time you watch. Also,
share our videos.
Share our videos. Tell everybody about it.
Yeah.
How should we reward the people that made it to the very end?
If you made it to the very end, let us know the name of your first kiss.
Ooh!
I don't know why that came to my mind.
What was the name of your first kiss?
Zach.
Mine was Wayne.
Wayne!
Wayne!
I like that
I
name.
think that was the 6th grade.
Fun.
Okay.
That'll be our little secret. Thanks so much for watching.
Bye!
Bye!